Bigfoot's crossing the river right here on video, and look at him. Just check him out, man. I mean, look at the face on there. Look at the lion-esque, the arms like they're crossing. It's carrying something on its back. It's making its way up. Look at the elongated head. This Bigfoot artifact was found in the St. Johns River in a creek bed preserved in the mud. When I took it out, it fossilized, but you can see what appears to be the face of a pregnant lady, even with the tip of a nose and the chin, and it's carrying something on its back. It looks like it has a belly of something in its womb. Almost got like an elephant, like the entity of it is elephant, like ancient. From one side, octopus and fish like from this side, and this like Sasquatch, but something with legs, you know. That just looks so freaky. You can see like the stomach, the whole thing, almost an eye up in there. Somebody painted it. But like these things appear. But look at this group right here coming out of the water. I just had to film this. This is really, really cool. As you can see right here, looks like there is one carrying a small one on its back, and it's coming across the river, and there's this other one climbing across, and this other tail looking thing coming out. But this looks like a whole family of them. Look at that. Doesn't that look like one is crawled over the back of a Bigfoot crossing the river, and that head is sticking up, and look at the legs and the arms. The thing has fangs, even like a lion. That has the elongated head. Look, you can see its mouth, its nose, this whole thing. This is just right here. And they're all coming up out of the water here. I just had to do that video after I noticed that. That is crazy. Here's the other one right here in the front. Look at him. Right in front of this family. He's pretty cool. I don't even know what these guys are doing over here. Whole family going across the river. Can they swim? Is this folklore? How do these relics appear when I've been here a million times, and then all of a sudden I see stuff like this again? It is crazy just to see it, because I start to recognize it. Yeah, this is the Bigfoot guy. I just want y'all to know that I'm alright. The good news is there's lots of Bigfoots, and the bad news is there's lots of Bigfoots, and there's all different kinds. Some people are right, they're orangutans, there's other apes, there's all kinds of things. The connection's pretty crazy, but they are all kind of like similar. It's like a Planet of the Apes, but I think they have like a mysterious planet that's like in our planet. Kind of like the reptilians, like a fourth dimensional planet. This Bigfoot artifact was found in the St. Johns River in a creek bed preserved in the mud. When I took it out, it fossilized, but you can see what appears to be the face of a pregnant lady, even with the tip of a nose and the chin, and it's carrying something on its back. It looks like it has a belly of something in its womb and everything else. Well, this thing also has multiple purposes. Looks like it's carrying something on its back, and a Bigfoot that is pregnant, but it also acts as a ladle. If I were to pick it up, You can also drink out of it like this. There's a hole down there, and then the side. You can see the card face. Everything else. And also used as a decoration. And they might be like aliens taking things from Earth and on up, but other ones are physical too. I don't know what to say about it, the whole thing. And everybody that goes through the experience, what I've been hearing is kind of like true is what happens to me. So I like to just, in my experiments, go along with those things from what I heard from other people too. That way I feel like I'm not like the only one, but you know, I am trying to give a mutual explanation of everything. So like that, I see these Bigfoots, and I see stuff like that all the time. I see the birds, the falcons following me, things protecting me. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. And there's also the Sasquatches, and I think the Sasquatches, they're not the Ewoks types. They're like these. So the Bigfoot guy, like I said, I have a lot of great stories. I saw over 10 Bigfoots on video this year alone. And a lot of people say, oh, Florida and it's all populated. They're actually in edges closer. Like other people say they come in closer to other houses and other things. But it's like they're nowhere and they're everywhere. Like Bigfooting is probably the most boring thing in the world, is if you're going to go out in the woods and think you know them, like I had tried to do. It's like, oh, it's terrible. And then all of a sudden, like, I stepped out in the woods further. I gained to know more, and I started to see it, and I started to follow it, and my woods know-how and my senses and everything just like works out perfectly, like all the time. So here I am again. I see this whole family of Bigfoots crossing the river right here on video, and look at them. Just check them out, man. I mean, look at the face on there. Look at the lion-esque, the arms, like they're crossing. It's carrying something on its back. It's making its way up. Look at the long-headed head. There's little claws on that little sucker. Just check that out, how that happens. Like, I've seen logs and stuff disappear out of here like crazy. The other one they say is like sloth related. Some of the Florida ones they say are like sloth related. And that's like one of the female ones that I caught that was more like that. But they do all have claws and holding on to stuff. It looks like, I don't know, it's like they're having sex with something. But this little, you know, some of this stuff caught me. And this is just totally surreal. I mean, I can even come up closer to try to get some faces on them. It's pretty cool. The birds have been chirping at me the whole time. Like I said, the seagulls know me, the falcons know me. Look at that. The legs are spread out. Look at that. Almost got like an elephant. Like the entity of it is elephant, like ancient. From one side, octopus and fish like from this side. And this like Sasquatch, but something with legs, you know. That just looks so freaky. You can see like the stomach, the whole thing, almost an eye up in there. Like somebody painted it. But like these things appear and they go nowhere, and then they appear back, and that's what's weird. And when I start to notice about the forest people, the little people, the way nature works, and since I saw it the first time, it's like I can see stuff. I can see stuff, but like it happens to me. Like, I mean, it's not like I look for it; it just happens to me. And this is way Bigfooty from this side. Not so much the fish like and the elephant, but like something is crawling up there, and sometimes carrying something on its back. You can see it's bent over. and the elongated head and the big old super muscular arms digging through to get to the other side. And here's this guy here. I mean, this is really cool stuff. And they can swim. They can swim. They do eat meat. I can only try to say what I can see, but as you can see, I've had some real Bigfoot experiences, and that's the kind of stuff that's been happening to me all the time. I just want y'all to say, hey, Dan, Bigfoot guy is all right. Tell me what you think about all this. Tell me if it's stuff like that's ever happened to you when you had an experience about something, because sometimes stuff like that does happen. But to me, it's kind of neat when nature talks back to me. Like I said, the birds have been flying over and chirping, landing all over as I call back to them for a while now. And I was going to say, hey, should I be the mountain guy and live under here one day? Because I heard these stories where they can live way up on the top of these big ones, and this is about the fattest one I can find in my area. Like they had one in Louisiana where the top was cut off like a tower, and there was like a bed up in there. You know, it's like, wow, it's like Sleeping Beauty. But I could never find something like that. But this I can find, or I can't find, but I just think it's really surreal. I think it's really cool. Anyways, like I said, luckily for me, Bigfooting is a lot about nature, and one of my main things that I look for is the elements and things of nature that goes along with other things. I think it's really important to bushcrafting and anything you do in the woods. And if you really want to hear about some more cool woodsman adventures that I have, then you can check it out on my channel from a Bigfoot guy. Dazzle you. This Bigfoot artifact was found in the St. Johns River in a creek bed preserved in the mud. When I took it out, it fossilized, but you can see what appears to be the face of a pregnant lady, even with the tip of a nose and the chin, and it's carrying something on its back. It looks like it has a belly of something in its womb,